Hi everyone. Well, life is returning normal here in Naples. It's been 2 weeks since Hurricane Ian visited us, and the debris is still very visible on our streets. Sad, very sad. However, Naples will survive. News this week. NASA has rescheduled a new launch date for the Artemis I mission using the SLS rocket, which will now be November 14th, 2022. This will be the fourth launch date scheduled for Artemis I mission this year. The first two scheduled launches were postponed because of technical issues discovered during the countdown on the launch pad. And the third was caused by Hurricane Ian forcing the SLS to move back to the Vertical Assembly Building, the VAB, for safety reasons before the storm. Originally designed and budgeted to cost $6 billion, with its initial launch projected at that time to occur in 2016, the SLS is now scheduled to finally launch in 2022 after expenditures of more than $23 billion. Why does the SLS even exist today? The SLS is neither reusable nor cheap and will cost between $9 million and $2 billion for any future launch, depending upon how one accounts for its related overhead costs. Two NASA space programs were canceled back in 2011, the Space Shuttle Program and the Constellation Program. The cancellation of the Constellation Program caused a massive uproar from the public and Congress because of lost jobs. Under extreme pressure from both its constituents and lobbyists, Congress quickly passed the NASA Authorization Act of 2010, bringing back the Constellation Program under a new name, Artemis. That act, which rejected the full cancellation of Constellation Program by retaining the Orion Crew Vehicle Program and the Heavy Lift Rocket Program, now called the Space Launch System. The act specified that NASA needed to leverage existing shuttle and constellation contracts to create the Space Launch System, ensuring the continuation of thousands of jobs. Thus, the SLS became a product not of NASA's leadership, but of congressional legislation. It will also be the space agency's first human-rated heavy-lift launch vehicle since the Saturn V. When the SLS is finally launched, it'll be the most powerful rocket in the world. The SLS is a massive rocket, building not just on the legacy of the Saturn program, but on the Space Shuttle program also. The SLS borrowed actual concepts and parts from both systems. The result is an SLS rocket powered by 4 modified RS-25 Space Shuttle engines and 2 extended shuttle solid rocket boosters. Unfortunately, the SLS development has been undermined by serious cost runs and schedule delays. In the meantime, several private companies have made great progress on a new generation of super heavy lift private rockets that are needed for the Artemis program at what will be a much reduced cost from what the SLS is costing NASA. Given the SLS costs, and with the existing launch capabilities provided by private companies such as SpaceX and Blue Origin, why does the SLS still exist? The answer, of course, lies in politics. Pure politics. Depending upon how you look at it, the SLS is either a product of a broken system that favors wealthy industries with a strong lobby, or an example of a truly representative democracy working as it should, with members of Congress responding to the local needs of their constituents. Perhaps it's a bit of both. However, we're now approaching the moment of no return, the launching of the Artemis I mission using the SLS rocket. However, what's going to happen if the Artemis I SLS system does not launch successfully on November 14th? What if Artemis I fails to achieve its mission objectives and does not complete the journey to and from the moon? NASA has not published nor discussed publicly any backup contingency plans
if Artemis I is not successful?
There are only a total of 3 Artemis launches scheduled between now and 2025. Artemis III, which is planned for 2025, is the return to the moon landing mission. Any issues or problems with Artemis 1 or 2 missions puts the Artemis III mission in jeopardy. Right now, it looks like SpaceX with its Starship would have to step up and be used as the backup. Who do you think will be the backup? What do you think will be the backup plan? Will Congress once again pass legislation to continue to fund the Artemis program and the Space Launch System rocket? Well, with those thoughts, we're going to end today's video. What do you think will be NASA's backup plan? Leave your ideas in the comments below. If you like this video, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button to be notified every time Reaching for the Moon posts a new video. And remember, always, thank you for watching, and failure is not an option. Bye.